Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to tell you today how I earned $127,228.46 profit by asking this one question. Chris Thomas here. I help real estate investors achieve 100% ROI on every deal as a bare minimum. Today's deal is 323%. Where else can you earn 100% money on your money? All right, I have a math question for you. Okay, what is 100% of $1,000? Now, there are lots of real estate mentors out there teaching how easy it is to earn 100%, right? So why is my way different? Okay, 100% of $1,000 is $1,000. A 100% return on $1,000 gives you another $1,000, resulting in $2,000 overall. Okay, right? A 50% return gives $500, resulting in $1,500 in your pocket. Or 200% return gives you $2,000, resulting in a total of $3,000 as your total pocket money, right? Many people out there teaching 100% ROI are getting it, but they're getting it on the low priced properties. Look, I want to get it too, but I'm doing it on higher priced properties. So they're buying the property outright also. Maybe they're only investing $1,000 hoping to double their money. Well, guess what? I'm hoping to double my money too. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great strategy. It's safe, it's steady, and it's very slow. So what I'm doing is I'm just helping investors achieve 100% ROI, but also at least $20,000 profit per deal. And that is the biggest difference. Oh, and I do all of that without ever seeing the property or fixing anything. So today I'm going to share how I earned my biggest profit to date on a deal that closed just this week. You are about to learn how I did the deal that earned $127,228.46 profit, asking just one simple question. Any guesses? Anybody have a guess as to what the question is? Do you own any other property? Mr. Seller, thank you for dealing with me. Do you own any other property you'd like to sell? That was the one question. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you, hopefully. And I'm going to show you a little video I made about this property.
This was a 12-acre property zoned commercial near a major intersection on the outskirts of a major city near its airport. Here's the intersection. You can see all the neighborhoods around it. The city airport was on the northeast side. It had 1,000 feet of road frontage, and it had city electric, water, and sewer, and there was no flood zone. You see my property's in the red. It had a billboard on it, which the seller did not want to include in the sale. He was able to provide an old survey, so I superimposed it on the property map because the seller wanted an easement for continued operation of the lease, and I needed to be able to show a buyer where it was located. So I needed an easement to be created so my end buyer would grant access and understand all the rights and responsibilities and who would take care of what. I was able to convince the seller to hire my title company to write up the easement, and they charged him $600 for the legal work. Then the title company gave me the language needed to include this easement as a special stipulation in the contract with the buyer. The buyer agreed. We closed the whole thing in 90 days. Here's the closing statement where I'm the buyer at the top right for $40,000 plus closing costs. And down below is where I'm the seller for $169,000 minus closing costs. I earned about $127,000 profit on this deal. Most people would call that 323% ROI, but since I used none of my own money to fund the deal, I'm not even sure how to calculate the gain. It's pretty darn good though. I'm pretty happy with it.
Henry Moore asked, how long did this deal take? It's a great question. I signed the deal with the seller just on January 1st, and then we closed this week. So that's about 90 days. So right today is April the 8th. We closed it a few days ago. But, full transparency, I met this seller through another property, okay, which I flipped. And then he offered me this one. So I did have a relationship with him, and I did already have some time invested. So, I try to budget about 4 to 6 months for my properties to sell. And then I have as many going as I can get going, because I don't want to be too emotionally tied to what happens to this deal or that deal. I just deal with what comes up with it, try to get it to closing, and move on to the next one. Joseph Martis says, I need that in my life. I do too, Joseph. I need lots more than that. What I love about land flipping is it produces the higher margins than flipping houses, right? A lot of us know about flipping houses, but with this, it's a lot less work and it's a lot less time. It may take more months to close a deal, but my time invested in the working on the deal is very, very small. And there are way fewer headaches from not having to coordinate stuff and go places. And you can do it from the comfort of your home. I'm just using a MacBook Air. I run my whole business on a laptop that I carry everywhere I go. Anywhere there's internet, you can do this work, and you can start it as a side hustle, because you can just do it in an hour or two, at night, or just a few hours a week. It really doesn't take a huge amount of time. It just takes focused energy and taking the right steps. And you know what? There are so many people out there flipping houses. It's like, I don't know. It's like being in a Shark Tank. Like, it's super, super, super crowded, busy. People are sharks. And there's just not a lot of people doing land. Like, it's just not on people's radar. And so I guess the thing I love the most about it, obviously I love making a lot of money, but I also love that I can do it without having to go visit the property. I don't have to do any work to the property. And, there are lots of teachers out there that'll teach you how to do stuff to the property. Great business model, but I'm just looking for quick cash. I'm building my reserves and I just want it simple. I don't want to have to mess with any of that stuff. All right. Well, that's my story. I'm looking forward to next week, because I have another closing next week. It's not going to have as much of a good outcome. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a profit. This one was my biggest to date so far. I think it's going to be about 30,000, but I'm still happy. I'm still thrilled. I celebrate every penny that comes through the door. So grateful. If you have any questions about land investing and you're interested in learning how to move your business forward, you can just send me a private chat in Facebook, or you can email Chris at landflipping101.com. Reach out to me through private messenger. But we have a great land community on Facebook in a group called Land Flipping 101. So definitely make sure you get there. And there are beginners all the way through advanced people in there talking about land flipping all day long. And you can get tremendous value from checking it out. All right. Well, that is it for today. Reach out and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.